Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Sam and welcome back to It's All Just Semantics. So, it is the 18th. It is Thursday. I think this is the first time I'm picking up the camera. So I finally got my syllabus for my next semester. Well, I got syllabus for one class and then the other one is just all written out online. It's going to be a busy semester, I can tell you that right now. I'm taking two different classes. The first class I am taking is... oh shoot, what is it actually called? Here we go. So the first class I'm taking is Archival Outreach Programs and Services, and the second one is Library Materials for Young Adults. So both of these classes, well, actually, they're required for my major. The archival outreach one is actually required for my archives concentration that I'm getting, and then the library materials for young adults is one of my extra classes that I'm taking that I'm actually really excited for. But I've kind of done the math on how much I'm going to be reading this semester each week, and I've come up with some very interesting numbers, to say the least. Now, when I look at the two classes, these are two very different classes, which is going to be very helpful when it comes to when it comes to actually keeping things separate, because my YA class is very like public library, school library based, whereas archives is based on the archives, and those are two very different things, very separate, and I think that's really going to help with me being able to focus on everything this semester. But I will say there's going to be a lot of reading. On average, what I'm looking at is about 8 to 10 articles a week, plus 1 to 2 novels a week, plus textbook chapters. So there's going to be quite a bit. And I had a feeling like this is what I expected graduate school for library science to generally be, was reading a couple books every week. And I'm getting there now. I will be reading a lot of books this semester. The interesting thing, they are all going to be YA for the most part. Not all of them, but the ones for school are going to be YA, which will be interesting because I'm not a big YA reader. I say that a lot, but the books that she's picked, that my professor has picked, I'm very intrigued by. And they all are representative of different aspects of being a YA librarian. For instance, what she's basically done, this is my syllabus, this is it, it's like 40 pages. What she's actually done is she splits the weeks into subjects, which is very traditional and not traditional, this is very typical for what I've found for graduate school. But for instance, this upcoming week, so classes start on the 22nd. The 22nd to the 27th is all introductions. The next week are defining teens and then how to write book reviews. Let's see where this is going. Then after that is 80s and 90s representation. Then we've got the new golden age, which includes the books Monster by Walter Dean Myers and Speak by Laurie Halse Anderson. On February 18th to the 24th, we will be reading The Book Thief. I will be rereading it. I have read The Book Thief. I really enjoyed The Book Thief. I do need to go to my parents' house and pick it up because my copy is at their house because it didn't fit on my shelf. So I guess I'm going to find a spot to put that book now. But that's literary works. The next week is marketing YA lit, then speculative fiction, crossover lit, then we have spring break, then multicultural realistic fiction, challenges and censorships, LGBTQIA plus literature, graphic novels and manga, and then we have nonfiction where we're going to look at YALSA's Award for Excellence in Nonfiction Award winners and honors list. We get to pick a book from that list. Then we have Every Reader and non-print materials, for which I will probably be reading an audiobook because that's just going to be the easiest for me personally. But we have books in here like Sadie by Courtney Summers for the non-print materials. This is probably what I'm going to be reading. We have The Prince and the Dressmaker by Jen Wang, or you could read Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up with Me by Mariko Tamaki, or American Born Chinese by Jean Luen Yang. And I ended up picking the books based on what's available at the library I work at, because I'll be able to check them out from there, and honestly, it's gonna be great. I've also got Last Night at the Telegraph Club. I've got This One Summer by Mariko Takami. So I probably won't read her other book just because I probably shouldn't read too many books by the same author. This is to get more exposure. We got Darius Great Is Not Okay by Adib Khorram. After the Fall by Dan Santat. Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi, which I do have. I've never read. So I guess I'm going to start some of these series this year. Yeah. Like... Monster by Walter Dean Myers, Illegal by Aon Colfer, and the first one I'm going to be starting with is going to be an anthology, and that's going to be Fresh Ink, an anthology edited by Lamar Giles. We need to read at least one story in that next week. Well, the week after, technically, but I'm going to try and work ahead because there's going to be a lot going on. I'm so excited for this semester. I have looked ahead at some of the projects that I do, especially for this class, are honestly things I already do with BookTube. So I'm debating using my BookTube channel. And putting them up there, or if I'm just going to put them up on this channel and then you guys can all see kind of what I'm doing for school. It might be kind of a cool thing to do. I do have to make sure I'm going to email my professor and be like, hey, I have YouTube and I do post regularly and I do book stuff and I do writing stuff. Is it all right if I post my projects there, or would you like me to post them somewhere else? So I'll talk to her, see what she wants us to do, or see what she wants me to do. There's only one person doing these, but honestly, I am really excited for this class. The other one I haven't looked as much into, but looks like it's divided into 3 different modules. I have the first module, which is Outreach, which includes Intro to Outreach, exhibits, social media, websites, instruction, and collaboration and partnerships. And then we've got Reference, which is Introduction to Researcher Services, Researcher Needs and Information Seeking Behavior. And then the third one is Access, which includes Intro to Online Access, Online Collections, and then Online Finding Aids. So that'll be interesting. I have had this professor once before. He's really helpful and knows what he's talking about. So I'm intrigued. We'll see how all of these go. This is going to be very time consuming. I think is going to be the hardest part for me, is that this semester is just going to take a lot of time. So I may not be able to get to everything that I want to get to this semester, as far as writing and that goes, because school is my focus. But I'm really excited to see what I learn this semester as well, because I think this will be a very in-depth one. So we'll see how this goes. I don't know. I have no idea how this is gonna end up. I'm very excited though. But tomorrow, depending on the weather. Okay, let's back up a little bit to go forward. Let's go forward to back up. So basically, on Saturday, we are supposed to be going snowboarding with some friends, but the temperatures may prevent us from going snowboarding. It depends on the weather. If we're going to be below 20 degrees Celsius, 20 degrees Fahrenheit, we will probably not go, because at that point it's going to get uncomfortable a lot faster. We're not going to want to spend all the 4 hours there that we planned on spending, and the ground's just going to be frozen. So whenever we fall, it's going to hurt a lot more, is basically the summary there. So depending on what the weather is supposed to be like on Saturday will determine, well, when we go shopping tomorrow, if I just run to Meijer and Target and get school supplies, or if we're going to go to Cabela's and get a couple other things for snowboarding. Like, my gloves are gone. I can't find my gloves. I don't know where they are, and John might need new snow pants. So that's really what we're going to be doing tomorrow after work. But I'm actually going to start my homework. I'm going to start it probably Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening. Because I want to get a head start. I want to get going. There's a lot of things that are going to be due this semester. A lot of things going on. I do think I'm going to try and fill out my large calendar just so I know when things are due. Otherwise, we're gonna run into not knowing how far in advance I need to start looking at things. So, yes, that's what I got for right now. I'm going to enjoy the rest of tonight. I'm going to watch YouTube and I'm going to write into fan fiction because I can. Yes. Yeah, that's what I got. Kind of tired today. It's been an odd week, honestly. So I have my tea here. I have tea in a, I think this is, what's the book called? I'm Made of Memories. Song of Achilles. This is apparently a Song of Achilles themed, which I've never read Song of Achilles, but that's okay. All right. So this is a mint basil tea that I have been obsessed with lately. But I'm gonna go, and I will talk to you guys later. Yeah. I got really excited about school stuff, and I wanted to say hello, because I haven't actually talked yet, and I haven't done vloggy things yet. Also, my highlighters are almost all out of ink. So it took 1.5 years for these highlighters to die almost completely. All but like 1 or 2 of them have died, and one of them is just too dark to use in an actual textbook, so I'm not using that one. And then these pens, nope, not that one. Is it this one? Yeah, I broke this pen somehow. Not sure how I did it. I think I screwed the top on too hard when I had to replace the ink because it ran out of ink, and I've never actually run out of ink in pen. And now I have like 3 times, so they work well. I like the pens, but I did break it. Oops, my bad. Sorry. All right, I'm gonna get back to pretending I don't have grad school right now, which I don't, and I'm going to try and finish. I've been watching Gab Smulders. She, several years ago, started playing the Room games, and I never watched them, and I just realized I never watched a puzzle game, and what the heck is wrong with me? So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna do some writing. Oh, book update quick though. I am this far into, I've read all of this, of Shorefall. I am on page 327, and I'm loving it. I did not listen to any today. I was not in a mental space to listen to a book, unfortunately, which I'm just gonna have to get over, honestly, but yeah. So, yes, I'm going to do that. I'm hoping to finish this tomorrow. I think there's 5 hours left on the audiobook, something like that, so it shouldn't take me too long. I have the time to do it tomorrow, so I think I'm going to try and do that. Yes, so that's my update. After this book, I did decide what I'm going to read next, and I didn't use my dice this time. Apparently, the dice was just a, like, 1 or 2 time thing, and I'm going to read this, which is my arc for April, because I'd like to get this in and hopefully get, like, a review up sooner rather than later. This is The Dead Cattail Assassins by P. Djeli Clark. Assassins, the Undead. Yeah, that's what I know about it. So I'm going to start that one next. And I think I might also, on the side, start The Shadow of the Gods, because I don't know when else I'm going to start it. And I think I need to jump into a high fantasy, although I really do want to read Song of Silver Flame like Night. I've heard that one will be a very quick read as well. So we'll see what I find, and I'm going to need a new audiobook. But I think I found the audiobook for There Will Come a Darkness, and I just got approved for another one on Libby. Like, my library just sent me another one. Which one? I don't remember which one I got, though. I just got Silver in the Bone by Alexander Bracken. So I just got that one. So maybe that'll be the next one I listen to. I think I'm going to wait on that one. I'll delay that hold until next week. And then I'll have a different... I'll find a different audiobook to listen to. I think I have There Will Come a Darkness and possibly A Lust for Blood, which are 2 books that I do want to read. I think I have those 2 that I could listen to, so yes. I am also, I don't know if I talked about this before. This is a really long update clip. I am so sorry. But I have been working my way through Sir Hereward and Mr. Fitz. I am currently 71% of the way through the audiobook. I am enjoying it. It's fun. It's a series of short stories following 2 characters that were created by Garth Nix years ago. Highly recommend. It's fun. It's enjoyable if you like high fantasy. It's got a walking, talking, magical sorcerer puppet. So, I mean, that's kind of fun. All right, that's my really long update. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Another rainy afternoon, I don't know what I'm to do. I just miss you more than anything. It's way too quiet in the house, I'm just wasted on the couch. Guess I don't wanna feel anything. Wish you'd stayed here beside me. This isn't how it's supposed to be. Wish you'd stayed here right with me. I can't shake that feeling that we said goodbye too soon. I know the hour's getting late, I shouldn't sit here contemplating. I just can't stop thinking about us. I won't forget a single thing, from drunken nights to Sunday mornings, and how you smiled at me. Wish you'd stayed here beside me. This isn't how it's supposed to be. Wish you'd stayed here right with me. I can't shake that feeling that we said goodbye too soon. This isn't how it's supposed to be. Wish you'd stayed here right with me. I can't shake that feeling that we said goodbye to soon.
All right, so it is Saturday. What, the 20th? 20th? Is it the 20th? Yes, it is the 20th. And last night, I didn't update you because we watched Sherlock Holmes in the 22nd century and finished it.
Elementary, my dear Watson.
Sorry, this is going to be a really shaky clip because you're resting in my hand and my hands shake a little bit. But I finished Shorefall. Oh gosh, the glare is real here. Okay, well I finished Shorefall by Robert Jackson Bennett. I gave this 4.5, 4.75. I really enjoyed it. It is the second book in a completed trilogy. The third book is actually in the other room. It's called Locklands. I gave this book... Well, I told you what I gave it. I really liked it. Like, I liked it a lot. It's one of John's favorite series right now, so he's sitting here being like, why aren't you reading the third one immediately?
The poor mountain.
So, yes, I did read it. I absolutely loved it. I think I might try and do an actual full review on it at some point. Not maybe here. I don't know. I haven't decided, but I'd like to anyways. This is what he's been doing constantly.
Things to discuss.
But I'm going to be picking up a different book next. But for those of you who don't know, Shorefall being the second book in the Foundries trilogy. The first book is Foundry's Side, and it follows Sanchia, who is a thief who stumbles upon a key, realizes that key is talking to her. She has a power that allows her to communicate with this key directly like he is a person. And so it kind of follows her as she gets kind of tangled up in this world of politics and magics, and really complicated science. So this is a dystopian, I believe this is a fantasy sci-fi book, technically what it is. It is a complicated story. There were points during this book where I was even texting John being like, I don't think I'm smart enough right now to read this book. But it's all because Robert Jackson Bennett makes up a lot of the science in this book. Our alien's here.
Hi.
Hey, bud. Hi.
Guest star.
Yeah, no, it's too glary. It's too glary, so he didn't have to be in it. But I don't remember what I was saying.
He creates the science.
So he creates this science, and it's very detailed, and it's very specific and everything. It's well done, but it does take a little bit every once in a while to really understand what's going on. But would highly recommend this series. It is so good. It is so well done. There is, the main character is Sanchia, and she's just kind of been through a lot, and she's a thief who, in the first book, she is, what is her ultimate goal? She wants to steal something.
She wants to make enough money so that she can
Yeah.
get away. And
Sure, yeah.
do life for herself.
Her main goal is to steal enough and sell enough stuff that she's able to get enough money that she can leave the town. She can leave it completely and never have to come back. But so basically she has this plate that was put into her head at one point in her life, and she would like to get it removed because the plate is what allows her to communicate with basically any object. So it's a whole complicated world magic system, but it's really good. It's really fun, and Robert Jackson Bennett does a great job of explaining it. I'm not doing a great job of explaining it. But yeah, so 4.5, 4.75, somewhere around there. I'm going to be picking up this next, which is The Dead Cat Tail Assassins by P. Djeli Clark. This is an arc that comes out in April. It's a short little book. After my almost 600-page novel, we will be reading a shorter book. Actually, I don't even think this one was that long. Hold on, how long is this book?
2,000 pages.
No, it's under 500. It's 496 pages, basically, I believe. And this one I don't think is 300. Yeah, it's 209 pages. So this will take me an afternoon to read. I'm really excited about it. The tagline for this book is the dead cat tail assassins are not cats, nor do they have tails, but they are most assuredly dead. So there, that's about what I know about this book. I'm excited. I did unbox it on this channel, actually, so you have seen it before. But it is Saturday. We were supposed to go snowboarding, but it is like 5 degrees outside Fahrenheit, so we are not going snowboarding because it is cold. And we would like it to at least be double digits before we go snowboarding. Otherwise, when I fall, I'm going to bruise. And it's going to hurt for like a week.
A lot.
Yeah, it's going to hurt a lot. So we're going to be doing some house stuff. We're going to clean up. We're going to go grocery shopping. I'm going to read my book. Yeah. And school starts on Monday. So, woohoo. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hello. It is Monday the 22nd. I don't know that I actually updated you at all this weekend. I think I did. I think I did a little bit on Saturday because I think we filmed my summary of Shorefall. But it is Monday. I am tired. I am in a very strange mood because I feel kind of blah. And I can tell you right now it's going to be an odd week for me. I'm not sure what's going on. But we're going to ignore that. Hey guys, welcome back. It is the 22nd. It is Monday. And I'm wearing my new shirt, which I got at American Eagle, and it's just a Dracula shirt. And as someone who reread the book last year, has seen all of the, well, not all of the movies, but several of the movies, including the original Bela Lugosi movie, I like it. I got excited when I saw it, and it was the only one, so, but this is a medium, and it's huge, and I went shopping with my mom and my sister yesterday, and clothing sizes confuse me still. Like, they don't match ever for anyone. so I don't know what's going on. But I guess I'm coming in with a little bit of an update, I guess. Let's start with writing. So I did some writing actually this weekend. And in fact, yesterday I wrote a bit in Katie's book, which I haven't touched Katie's book, and I wasn't supposed to touch Katie's book, but I had an idea that I wanted to write down, and I wrote about 500 words, so I'm pretty happy with that. I wrote almost an entire fan fiction that's way too long, and I didn't just write it, I wrote it twice. Let me explain. There's two main couples in my fan fiction, and I wrote one version of the fan fiction from one couple's point of view and the other version from the other couple's point of view, because I wanted to have the same scenes from two different points of view. So that was fun, and I actually really enjoyed it. It was a great writing exercise for me, and it's interesting because it's based off of Lord of the Rings, so I tried to have a different writing style because they don't really speak in the modern terms, obviously. More medieval stuff, so that was a very interesting thing for me to try and write, which I don't really write at all, so that was fun. But I spent a good, 10 days doing that, and that's all I did. But yeah, so I've still been writing, though. Otherwise, I have written about 7,000 words in Boast. I have written about 7,000 words in my co-author fantasy book, and then about 7,000 words between all of my romance books, which all of my romance series, my Redler series. So that's kind of fun. I'm enjoying that. Like I said, I finished a book. I am on track for my reading goal this year, which is really cool. I'm not usually on track for my reading goal. I'm almost done with a short story collection type of thing by Garth Nix called Sir Hereward and Mr. Fitz. It's enjoyable. I do like it. They're short stories about a sorcerer and his, about a knight and his sorcerer puppet. So it's fun. It's interesting. I have been reading on my TBR, which is also very exciting. I've read 2 books on my TBR. What I didn't talk about is that I did read another book. I did read a YA graphic novel called Battle Royale by Liesl Adams. I read this at work because I was on a break, and this one had just been returned, and I've seen it several times. It was very cute. Just a short graphic novel. Would highly recommend. It's all about a cooking competition, and friends made there, and enemies made there, and teenagers being like their parents and such. It was very good. I really did enjoy it. I also did pick up the first volume of Signs of Affection by Sue Morishita. This is a manga that's been recommended, and includes sign language, from what I understand. The main character, she is deaf, I believe, and so she's deaf, and she ends up meeting this random guy on a train, and he speaks sign language with her, and it ends up being a full romance. I've heard it's very cute. But one big thing for today is that classes start today. Today is the first day of my 4th semester in graduate school. I am going part-time, like I've said before, so it's gonna take them. I'm about halfway through now. But I am taking 2 classes. I am taking a YA selection course, and I am taking an archives course. Now, for the archives course, I did print off my readings for this week. My four readings. They're very long. I'm very strange, and I know this is a waste of paper, and I know people are going to give me shit about it, but I'm going to be taking some of these to work so that I can read them on my break and stuff, but it really helps me in order to have them physically in front of me, especially for later when I write papers. I like to have the physical article in front of me. Now, for my other class, for my YA class, I don't have the textbook yet, so I will be renting it from the school library for this week. It did supposedly ship. I ended up ordering from Books A Million in order to get the textbook on time. Well, in order to get the textbook, period, because Amazon wasn't going to ship it until May. And while I can order it, or I can borrow it from the library, I make notes in my books, and especially textbooks, I would like to keep it for later for reference and the such, especially if I do end up going into being a YA librarian, which I don't think I will, but it still would be something to keep on the back burner just in case. So yeah, I don't have any novels that I'm reading this week for my YA selection course, but what I will be reading are a couple articles, mini articles. They're small articles. I'm watching a TEDx video, and I'm getting ready for next week. Next week, which I'm going to start this week, I need to read this book, which is Fresh Ink, an anthology. It's edited by Lamar Giles, and this is all about diversity. Make it new, make it important, make it fresh. So I need to pick one of the short stories in here, and I need to read it and write up an analysis of it. I'm honestly just going to sit and read the whole thing, because it's like 200 pages, maybe? Not even. It's 187 pages. This is a short book. So I will be reading that one. The next week, oh gosh, did I print this out? I think I did print this out. Cool. So I don't have to have the page open to see this. I do need to start one of my papers, because it will be coming due the beginning of February. But then next week I will be borrowing the book Illegal from the library by Ewan Colfer, which I will be reading. I did order that one, so that should be arriving soon. And then I need to get Monster by Walter Dean Myers. And actually my first paper is going to be on that book. So I'm hopefully going to pick that one up this week, and I can get started on reading these and preparing my discussions now. Because the discussions are due on Wednesday. The first round of discussion is due on Wednesdays, which is fine except for the fact that because of how I work, because of when I work basically until nighttime on Monday and Tuesday. I work until 8 p.m. and I'm a half hour, 40 minutes away from home. So I don't get home before 8:40 at night. And it's not a good idea to start homework at that point, but I tend to. The mornings I do reserve for trying to get all YouTube stuff ready and going. I am going to try and pre-film this Wednesday, but we will also see. We were supposed to go snowboarding on Saturday. It got below freezing. It got to a temperature where we knew we would not be comfortable snowboarding, and so we did not go. But now it's supposed to snow today and tomorrow, and then it's supposed to start raining for the rest of the week and be above freezing, so we might lose our snow. We've had this snow for like 2 weeks, and it's gonna go away already. I'm not excited about that, but nothing I can do about it. But yeah, that's about where we're at right now. I believe I'm going to start listening to the next FNAF book for my audiobook at work today. I do have a couple of YouTube videos to catch up on, so I might also listen to those, but I do want to try and catch up on FNAF, so I think that's where I'm going to go, but yeah. That's kind of my... I think that's my update. I'm tired. I think I'm fighting off a cold again. This white shirt kind of washes me out, but white tends to do that. So yeah, that's really my update. I'm excited for school. I'm excited for classes starting. I'm excited to get back into it. I'm not excited for the fact that I'm going to be very tired again. But I also know that because the weather is starting to warm up a little bit, I will be getting back into working out as well. We do not have gym memberships right now. They're expensive. Sorry, but they are. And so, yes. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll get a gym membership. There isn't an Anytime Fitness that's really nearby where I live. The only thing we have is a Foreman Fitness, so we'll see if we do that one or not. But yes, I still have a bunch of books that I want to read as well. But I'm pretty proud of the fact that I've been kind of keeping up with reading so far this year. According to my stats from Storygraph, I have read 1,497 pages so far this year, which I'm very happy with. That's really fun. It does say I'm behind schedule though. How rude. That's about where I'm at. That's what I got. I don't have a lot to update you on, but that's what I got for today. So I will talk to you guys later when I have more to say. Okay, bye. And it's Tuesday now. And I guess I have updates. Not really. Not a lot, but a little bit. So, main thing, I was late. I did not start my homework early like I had wanted to. Get it, kitty. Good girl. She is scratching post in here, and she does use it quite a bit. You haven't made an appearance in this video. Would you like to? Are you gonna run away as soon as I try to pick you up, though? Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, well, first thing, it's snowing outside again. So it is actually snowing today. Here, let me show you really quickly. Can you see it? Oops. I don't know if you can see it. The camera doesn't really like to focus on the snow, but there you go. It does. It's snowing. There she is. Ignore the clothes I haven't put away. Concentrate on the cat. She's cute. Alright. Anyways, yeah, so fun things, I guess. Yesterday I wrote in some of my actual novel projects, not just in the fan fiction. She's really going at it today. Alright. So that's good. I finally got back into some of my Redler sibling stories, so my romance novels. We did finally put up a shelf that's on the side by the chair, and once I put all the laundry away, which is what you saw on the chair, I just haven't put it away yet, I will be collecting my binders that I'm planning on putting together. I haven't yet, and I will kind of walk through what I'm planning on doing for those, but they're going to be my book binders, so for each book I'm writing, they'll have their own binder and kind of its own way of being organized. So for like fantasy stuff, it's going to have the different world rules and that kind of thing, so that way I know where they are. And also partially going to print them out because I'm paranoid that I'm going to lose what I have online at some point, so we'll see about that one. I know everybody keeps everything online right now, which is fine and great, but I am slightly paranoid about that. We'll see, but I also like having the physical binder. I know I plan on printing and getting the first couple drafts bound, so that way I have those just kind of as mementos. First couple drafts, like the last draft before I start querying, that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's kind of my excitement. I haven't done a lot, but yeah, so that's really the update that I have. I don't have much to tell you today. Today is going to be a day of pre-filming. Callie's gonna come over today after work, and we're going to film some videos and write, because we're trying on our book channel to do joint videos at least once a month, and so we want to film one for this month, so that should be going up maybe tomorrow or next week, one of the two, something like that. But yeah, that's really my update. I guess, yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I know this one was a bit shorter than the last one, which is probably a good thing. I need to get into the habit of shorter videos, I'm sure. And if you did enjoy this video, please like, comment, subscribe. It really does help me out. I really do appreciate it when you guys do. And until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, keep reading, and keep moving forward. Bye!